to now to Team Fairy Tale back to do kind of like a discussion sort of thing ish, whatever. So recently they announced that in the new set, in Booster Pack G Set 8, they're gonna finally reprint Amnesty Messiah, which, as someone who plays this deck IRL and only owns one, so I just have to big crunch people for days. This makes me so happy, and I mean, oh my gosh, this is so great. I think this is amazing. Like, Bushiroad is like finally, like they've realized that when they make generation rares that they screwed up, that they just screwed up. This is practically them coming out and saying it. I mean, so it's gonna be printed as a rare, which is great. Like, so it's gonna be easy to get. Hell, it's probably gonna be up there with Title and the more expensive rares. But I mean, no, Lu's not that expensive. But it's gonna be, but whatever. I mean, we all needed it. I mean, yeah, there are people who are there are three types of people in this. It's gonna kind of go off into a tangent about reprints and everything like that. But there are three types of people for how we're hearing this news. There are the people like me that are just they've wanted to play, the deck, competitive, like not competitive, IRL, and they just can't really play it that well because Amnesty Messiah was, I want to say it's like 78 or it's about $80, about, give or take, as the time of me recording this. And I mean, you'd have to drop $320 on just not even a small amount of your deck, and that was just ridiculous. Then you have the people who they went out, they already bought the Messiahs, and they're like, you know what? I lost out on some money. I ended up losing out some money. Although, to be fair, this isn't going to be for a while. I mean, we're not going to get this reprint, I don't know, for quite a bit, because Japan doesn't even have it, although we're catching up to Japan pretty fast with sets. But, they're like, hey, whatever, but this is still good for the game. It's still good because it lets people who can't afford Amnesty Messiahs, be able to go out and play the cards and all, like, play it. And then you have the people that, if you're one of the type of people, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You're just wrong. You have these people who are like, no, this is terrible, that they're super upset, and I want to say they're the minority, to be honest. And they should be, because you're just wrong. That they're upset that, they went out and they chucked, the $320 on Amnesty Messiah, and now it's probably going to be reduced probably like a $40, probably like $40 or maybe $50 generation rare, and like a 10, and it's going to be reprinted as a rare, so it's like a $10. I could see it being like a $7 to $10 rare, is my guess. So you're losing out on like close to $200, which sucks for you, but it's still good for the game. Like, you're only seeing it from like your biased perspective. You're only seeing the fact of, oh, I lost money. Like, that's irrelevant. Like, that's irrelevant to the overall grand scheme of things. Like, it's irrelevant to that. I mean, I feel like this kind of goes back into the adjusted ban list with Yu-Gi-Oh argument, where people were upset. Like, there were people being upset that, I would have spent all this money on my Pepe deck, and then my Pepe deck gets hit. Like, yeah, because your Pepe deck was tier 0 practically, and like nothing could compete with that. Not to go into whatever Yu-Gi-Oh arguments, but it really makes no sense to me that people are, they're upset about this. Like, why would you be upset that now more people can play Amnesty? More people can play Link Joker in general, because now with 16G Zone, I mean, 4 Amnesties kind of almost necessary. It's 3 to 4 Amnesties almost necessary, because essentially Link Joker, the most common builds are either Messiah, which you ran 4 Amnesty, and then Chaos Breaker, which you ran 3 to 4 Amnesty anyway. I mean, because Link Joker didn't have that much else to run, so you ran 4 Universe, 4 Big Crunch, and then you had your G Guardians, and then most people only played 4 G Guardians anyway. So you usually had 3 Amnesty or 1 Judgment or 4 Amnesty, and just for the mirror matches and all, and that way your Messiah match isn't I mean, you're still crying as is, but you know, you're not crying as badly. Um, and it's really, really weird to me that people are like that. It makes no sense. And hopefully this like sets a precursor for next age shoot, because that's another like $80. I think it's actually closer to 80. Yeah, it's $83.59 right now as I'm making this video. I just checked on TCG Player. So it's really strange to me that they would, that, you know, like, hopefully this sets the precursor that, hey, you know, now Next Age might get that reprint finally that Next Age desperately needs, because, I mean, with 16 G's on, you gotta play for Next Age now. But, I mean, it's so strange that, but whatever, hopefully this sets a precursor that we're not gonna have any more $80 Vanguard cards, and hopefully actually this also, like, this means that we're getting more reprints for other cards that kind of need reprints. I mean, Tidal Assault's a card that comes to mind that needs a reprint. Million Ray and Thousand Ray also are arguably in need of reprints. I haven't been able, like, I haven't seen their prices, but those cards are hella old, and I mean, they're still pretty relevant. I mean, Angel Feather, you got a bunch of new support. I mean, if some people don't play it, but I mean, in their decks, but it's still pretty safe. Like, it's still pretty relevant for Angel Feather decks. So definitely it's something that, you know, is worth checking out. Also, for that matter, the Legion Revival cards also are in kind of, I don't want to say they're in need of reprints, but I mean, they're kind of harder to get. Or what's another, or the Great Daiushi is another card that's actually need a reprint too. That card's hella old, and I mean, it's still relevant for deep plays. But yeah, those are my thoughts and everything on all this. Hopefully we get more. We should get more. I mean, hopefully, like, we can get one, at least one every set. Maybe we'll get Next Station in this set too. But that just might be wishful thinking. Although I don't play Gear Chronicle IRL, so I don't. I personally, like, for my, like, selfishly personally, I don't care. But, like, you know, it'd be nice for, you know, I have a friend who plays Gear Chronicle and he has no Next Stages, so he has to Ragnarok people to death. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. And also, sorry for lack of videos. I had my finals not that, like, 2 weeks, like, last week, and I've just also been kind of busy with Anime Expo preparations and everything like that. So videos should be coming back more frequently now, though, and then I'll take a week off for Anime Expo, and then I'll be back again after that. I'll also be vlogging Anime Expo too. I'm gonna try and actually. I tried to vlog last year, but, like, I kind of forgot midway to keep vlogging stuff, but I'm not going to forget this year to vlog for it, so yeah. Anyway, this has been Natsu /QBAF Team Fairy Tail, signing out.